Joining us now to talk a little bit more about that announcement and also the surge in young Latinos looking to get into public service are Berto Aguayo. He's running for alderman in the 15th Ward. Along with him, Delia Ramirez in the 4th District race for state rep, and Karina Villa, who is a candidate in the 49th District. So welcome to the three of you. This is an interesting conversation, I think. Let's start with just sort of reaction to the mayor making that announcement this week, and I'll start with you, Berto.
First, I think it's really telling of the power of Black and brown young people all throughout Chicago who organized and who really protested a lot of the things that the mayor did wrongfully, closing schools, the handling of the Laquan McDonald shooting. But I think it's also a beautiful opportunity to really have a progressive agenda that's bold and that really fits the need of all the neighborhoods in Chicago, not just the downtown area. Okay,
anybody else want to weigh in?
Yeah. I'd have to agree with Berto. I think that all of us on Tuesday felt like the city shook a little, and that little earthquake was what happened in City Hall. I think it gives us an opportunity to start thinking about what we really want and not just what we're running against.
Okay. I'll head to you, and I know you're sort of in the DuPage area. Right. Do you think we would see a Latino candidate then get into this race for mayor?
I think it'll be exciting to see what happens. I think that, you know, the people are going to make their voices heard. It's an exciting time right now. So I just can't wait to see who our top contenders are.
All right, let's talk about the second topic, which was the reason why we got you guys here today. And that is the fact that we're seeing a lot more Latino candidates in races statewide. And not just Latinos, but I think young Latinos are really taking to public service. Why do you think that is, if you want to take it?
I mean, I think it in some way connects us to the first conversation, which is about the mayoral race. Up until Tuesday, there were 12 candidates running, none of them Latino. In the gubernatorial race, we've had a lot of conversations about the presence of Latinos in leadership, but also talking to the agendas that are impacting us and having a governor who just vetoed 4 bills to protect immigrants. And so there's been a real conversation about how we invest at the local level and start building a pipeline for those seats, for the mayoral seats and gubernatorial. So I think that what is happening here is not something that's just happening in the city of Chicago and the rest of the state. It's happening across the country. But I think young people who are qualified and who have been doing the work in the neighborhoods are saying, why not me? And no, I will not wait my turn. And the time has come.
Yeah, and Karina, what are you seeing? What has the, I guess, reception been like in a place like DuPage County? What have you noticed in terms of the support that you're getting or that the Latino community is getting when it comes to getting you into public office?
It's actually been beautiful. So I'm the daughter of small business owners, immigrants who have worked really hard. It's not a unique story for a lot of us Latinos, you know, parents who've worked hard and helped us get to where we're at. I think that it's time now for us to step up, and our parents helped provide us with an education and with an upbringing. Thank you.
Yeah. Happens to me all the time, so don't worry about it.
So we can now be in a position where we can run for office and make a difference for many, not just for a few.
And you think the numbers are really going to surge in terms of how many people we're going to see? You said, I think you mentioned, Delia, that in state rep there's going to be, what, like 9 people coming in?
There will be about 30 new state representatives in the House in this new year, of which 4 of them will potentially be young Latinos coming in as state representatives.
And that definitely changes the dynamics. Berto, I know one of the conversations that you and I have had when we talked last is this idea of young representation, the importance of that. But that also comes with a lot of people saying, hey, they don't have the experience, they don't know what they're doing. Do we really want to put somebody, you know, so youthful in office? How do you respond to that?
So a couple ways, right? I think to the reason why we need more young Latino representation, you look at the landscape of Latinos in the U.S., right? 50% of Latinos in the U.S. are under the age of 27, right? And we have grown up in a different era with, I think, more bold and progressive ideas than previous generations about what we need in our neighborhoods. And walking on the streets, canvassing, knocking on doors, people see young candidates, I think, at least in my experience, as a positive thing, because people are tired of the same politicians who come around and promise everything and never deliver. And they are ready to see young candidates that have been working in the neighborhoods, organizing and doing the work, take that position of leadership. And I think when older folks see young candidates knocking on doors, they see in young candidates the aspirations of what our community should be and where it could go.
Just real quick before I let you guys go, and I'll have you hit this really quickly. Number one issue that your constituents are talking to you about would be what?
I would say housing.
Housing, okay.
Yeah, and I'd say to you that it goes everything from property taxes increase in rents to the ability to send your son or daughter to the school across the street and the impact of closing schools because of enrollment and gentrification.
Okay, Berto?
I would say number one, public safety. In neighborhoods like Back of the Yards, Brighton Park, West Englewood, and Gage Park in the 15th Ward, children are literally dying on the streets of Chicago. Black and brown youth have been politically neglected and abandoned, where we have shootings every other week. And people in our communities are fed up with it. You know, I think we all have a right to have a peaceful streets, and we don't have those things in our community.
Karina?
So number one, I've been knocking on doors for 15 months now. I can say with certainty that property taxes is the number one issue that's impacting us here in the 49th district. So property taxes, number one.
Thank you to the three of you. I could talk to you all show, but unfortunately we have to go. But hopefully we'll get you guys back here sometime soon.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations and good luck.